Hey, Aaron, Dade here. Sorry, it was so funny because Naomi over there was just watching her and she's laughing, starting to see some social smiles from her. Really, really cool stuff. It's funny that development stage when you first start seeing your baby go from just the baby that popped out to having this little personality. It's really cool. Sorry, I'm a big geek and a very happy dad. So, anyways, Aaron Dade here with Kingdom Blueprint talking about the male's love formula and how men feel love. And, love not really being a feeling, but being a decision. Love and faith are very, very similar to where they are decisions. They're not really just a feeling. Obviously, you feel love or you feel faith. However, it's more of a decision. I decide to show love or I decide to show faith in any given situation instead of I just feel loved or I feel faith in any given situation. It's more so of a decision whether you want to or not, to show love or to feel faith. However, what I'm talking about in this video is the male's love formula. How a man feels like love is being generated so the relationship has true value. And this is basically any relationship with a male, like even when it's your friends, how does that relationship have true value? Like to where you can say, well, I've had a lifelong friend in this or a lifelong friend in that, or me and my spouse and I are always generating love. How does that happen? Where does that start with? And the revelation knowledge that God gave to me is that love, for a male, the way it begins is confidence. So whenever we talk about confidence, besides the obvious example of Jesus, you look at the prophets. You look at different prophets, whether it be Jeremiah, whether it be the Apostle Paul, and so forth and so on. However, in this particular video, I want to talk about Timothy. Because Timothy was very young and he was a pupil to the Apostle Paul. And since he was young, he kind of was a little timid in his starting out, and then he became more and more bold as things went on. And how another man is feeling love in any relationship begins with that confidence in your identity and knowing who you are for the kingdom of God. And if you look across the Bible and you look at all the different prophets, even from Samuel to Timothy in general, you see the disciples included, you see this confidence in your identity that makes the kings respect these guys because they are confident in who they are, regardless of whatever the consequences may be. They're very confident in their identity in God and their identity in the kingdom. So therefore, and their purpose really in the kingdom. And so it begins, the male's love formula begins with confidence in your identity. When a woman, especially, is showing that genuine confidence in her identity, she knows who she is. She's the daughter of the king, and she's able to set boundaries, no matter what boundaries they may be, that are based on that confidence, then that equals trust in that confidence. So that confidence in their identity equals trust. You can really write this out like a formula, because then it will equal trust. A man can then trust in that identity. For me, especially, I love it when Mary shows trust in, or she shows confidence in her identity, because I can trust the things that she is doing as the mom, the wife, the heart of the home. The things that she does with Wondrous Woman, the things that she does with the I Am His Beloved community, the things that she does with Kingdom Blueprint, showing that true confidence in her identity and her purpose makes me be able to trust in that. And I've learned and gleaned and really, really learned from my wife based on that confidence and that identity, then I can trust in that. That trust then equals respect. I begin to trust in her confidence and her identity, and then I end up respecting the trust that I have in that confidence in her identity. It filters down the line, and it enables me to see, like as I watch her grow in her identity in the kingdom, and I trust in that growth, and really I'm trusting in the God inside of her. I can respect the God inside of her. Does that mean that I just agree with everything she says because she says it? No, that's not it. It's the fact that when I see her growing in that identity with confidence, I can trust in that, and then that also equals respect. The last part is after I'm respecting her, then that, as I'm respecting her, that equals love. Now our relationship has immense value. The confidence in her identity and knowing who she is then equals trust, then equals respect, and that equals love. That's how a man is able to generate love. It's through respecting and trusting in the confidence in her identity, in a woman's identity. For me, especially Mary, and the things that she does as a wonderful woman of God, a wonderful mom, a wonderful wife. I mean, she's incredible in all the things that she does, making videos while she was still pregnant, and all the way to the beginning of our restoration, and watching that confidence in her own identity grow has the love that's in our relationship now. It's creating an environment of just love that continues to grow because I can respect that. I can respect her screaming at the top of her lungs about the things that she believes in, and the things that she feels when she's talking to people about the court of heaven, when she's talking to people about women and their purpose and the kingdom of God. I'm very, very, to be honest, I'm very, very proud of that. Like, it makes me just love her that much more. Again, does that make me a doormat or somebody that just agrees with everything she says? No, but it continuously is just generating this love that I am feeling because I can trust in her confidence, and I can trust in the God inside of her, and then I end up respecting the God inside of her. And then that just generates a cycle of just love for a man. So women, a very strong example that you can use for this is especially like Timothy and the things that he said when he was talking to several different people that were all important and all older than him, very confident in who he was. You look at Jeremiah, started off as a very young prophet, very confident in who he was. And as you can see down the line, Samuel, when he at first thought it was it was his dad Elisha talking to him instead of God. No, it was God talking to him. When he realized that, he became more and more confident in who he was. And you can see throughout the Bible how that confidence equaled trust. Another man could trust in that, and then he respected him, and they're constantly generating this relationship of love. So women, the one thing that you guys should be cautious of doing is insecurities, even in the things that you may struggle with. Having confidence and saying, you know what, that may be a limitation for me, and I'm going to keep working on it. I'm getting past this. My wife always says, I don't live in that, I'm overcoming it. It's something that I'm trying to overcome, I'm trying to get past. The effort that she has to deliver, that a woman must deliver in these things, she has to show confidence, because when you show insecurities, or you're leaking insecurities, or you're bleeding on your husband, more times than not, it's very difficult to generate that cycle of love with your husband. He can't trust in insecurities. He can't respect insecurities. So that formula is kind of destroyed. It's very broken down. So this is the man's love formula, and I will see you guys again here soon. Aaron Dade with King and Blueprint.